What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the second episode of the Hypixel Skyblock No BS guide series. In this video, we're going to be talking about the most important aspect of Hypixel Skyblock, something that all players strive to get more of, and something that you can never have enough of, both in Skyblock and in real life, and we're talking about money, or coins in Hypixel Skyblock. Are you tired of all these clickbait money making videos giving you terrible strategies that usually end up making you lose coins? Well, this video will be centered around how to make coins. I'll be essentially explaining how to make coins at different stages in the game, and I'll just be brutally honest with what methods you should go for maximum efficiency so you can get those billions and billions that you need to get high tier weapons and gear as fast and as efficiently as possible. And of course, since this is a no BS guide, I will be going straight to the point. Some of these methods may be more difficult or boring, but they are the most efficient and are incredibly good. Additionally, guys, make sure to stick to the end of the video because at the end, I will be showing you guys how to enter multiple giveaways I will be doing for this video specifically. So make sure to stay tuned as I'll explain it at the end of the video. So getting right into it, let's first talk about ultra early game money making methods. Money making methods that you can essentially use within the first hour of creating a new profile in Hypixel Skyblock. Surprisingly, there are quite a few really good ways in which you can make coins with literally no requirements. So starting off, the most common one, and honestly a timeless classic that a lot of people used back in the very early days of Skyblock and that people still use to this day, is simply farming wheat in empty hubs with a rookie hoe. If possible, you should try to enchant your rookie hoe with various enchantments, but mainly harvesting, as it will greatly increase the amount of crops you get. And of course, the crop you'll be then targeting is wheat because it's so abundant in the hub. You don't need anything for this, literally just go and farm wheat. It's a really effective early game method to make money. It's honestly just very good to do. You can even collect this minion occasionally for some extra wheat, and you can just farm wheat like that. And it's super easy, no requirements, all you need is a rookie hoe, and you can make a decent amount of coins doing that while you just started in the game. However, although using a rookie hoe to farm wheat is an incredibly good way to get started, you should quickly move on to more advanced ultra early game methods. And by advanced, it's a really broad term in the situation because we're going to be talking about something that happens in the Dwarven Mines. And you may be thinking, oh, of course, Dwarven Mines, you can go mine mithril, you can do commissions, you can do all these things. But that's not what we're targeting here. As a super early game profile, one of the best ways to make coins and to also get combat XP is to kill Ice Walkers. Ice Walkers are incredibly good because you can kill them with pretty much any profile. A fresh 10-minute-old profile can kill Ice Walkers, and all you need is a pickaxe. So let me just find a random pickaxe. I probably have one sitting somewhere. Right here. I have my efficiency 10 golden pickaxe. It has like no damage, that's plus 15 damage. And boom, I can easily one-shot Ice Walkers, and any profile can pretty much do this with any gear as long as they have a pickaxe. And doing this, you can quickly get glacial armor, which can sell for a decent amount. As you can see right now, the lowest bid for a helmet is 20,000 coins. And you can just continue to do this. It's a great way to level up your combat early on, as well as making you a very decent amount of coins. And although these Ice Walker armor pieces do sell for a decent amount, the main thing you're going to be looking for while farming these Ice Walkers is a Glaciite Jewel. These things are usually worth around 200,000 coins each and are incredibly good for money when you just started off in the game. When you just start off in the game, getting a couple 100,000 coins is absolutely insane, and they're actually relatively common, so you can get them quite efficiently. So this is why, in my opinion, farming Ice Walkers is easily the best money making method when you have an ultra early game profile, as not only does it make you consistent money with glacial armor pieces, it also gives you really good money if you're lucky enough to drop Glaciite Jewels, and it also gives you a very good amount of combat XP in order to allow you to get into different islands such as the End. And speaking of the End, let's now move on to early game money making methods. And our first early game money making method is actually just killing Enderman. This one is more of a precursor to what's coming next, but you can kill Enderman, and they have a very common drop of dropping pieces of Ender armor. So all you need to do is drop these pieces of Ender armor, and although they are co-op soulbound, you can actually sell these for 10,000 coins each to the NPC. So you can really kill them with anything. They're really quite weak. You can kill them with Aspect of the End or Aspect of the Void. You can kill them with anything you really want. They're quite weak, but they are slightly strong. They have a little bit of health. So this is why I usually recommend this as an early game money making method that comes essentially as an evolution of the Ice Walker method. Progressing this even further, however, we can then go down to the Dragon's Nest, where we can do Zealot farming. Zealot farming is absolutely incredible, obviously. I've been promoting Zealot farming for a very long time now. It's one of my favorite money making methods. It's absolutely incredible and has a relatively high skill ceiling. If you want to know more about Zealot farming, make sure to check out my Zealot farming progression guide, as it gives you everything you need to know on how to Zealot farm. And Zealot farming is overall just a really fun thing to do. It can make really good money. It also gives good combat XP, and it's overall just very good when you want to make coins and also progress in Skyblock. And after watching the first few minutes of this video, you may be thinking, wow, Vintus, money making is actually really not that bad. I don't know why people always talk about how boring and repetitive Skyblock is. I'm having a lot of fun killing these Endermen, killing these Ice Walkers, farming wheats in the hub is pretty fun. What happened to all the boring stuff people have been talking about? Well, my friend, welcome to mid-game money making methods, and the first one is obviously farming in the garden. In the mid-game, there's going to be two main money making methods, and you will have to choose your path. These are farming and mining. Both of these money making methods are really good, and it's really hard to say which one is better because each has their pros and cons. However, I am planning on making a video discussing this rivalry in the near future, so make sure to be subscribed so you can see it when it comes out. So now let's get right into farming. Farming is a pretty boring money making method, to be honest. However, when you just get started, it's actually quite fun. I remember when the garden update first came out, the very first day, I think I farmed like 10 hours straight, and I always had a blast. It was super fun having these custom built garden plots and everything, and it was really cool getting all these crop upgrades and crop milestones, leveling up my garden. As you can see, I'm only garden 12. Farming is one of my weakest aspects in the game right now for my profile. But it's honestly really good, and it made a lot of money, like an absurd amount of money. Nowadays, it's been nerfed a lot because it was causing extreme inflation, but farming is still an incredibly good money-making method. And obviously, as I've said, the main comparator to farming is mining, the OG money-making method. It's a lot harder to start mining than it is to farm, but mining has a much higher skill ceiling. It's really up to you which one you enjoy more. Mining definitely has more diversity than farming. Both are very interesting in their own right, although they are considered the more boring money-making methods in the game. However, if you want to improve in this game and actually make coins realistically, you're going to have to do the hard things like mining and farming. And it's really just a way to go if you want to progress in this game. Once again, obviously, since I don't want this video to drag on, I will make a separate video where I discuss mining versus farming in far more depth, so make sure to stay tuned for when that comes out. And as we now move on into late game money making methods, things diversify quite a bit. I personally recommend to still be focused on mining and farming, because realistically, this is what will make you reliable, consistent money, but there are also different things that you can now branch out into if you wish to do so. An example of this is, for example, lava fishing or worm fishing. These are really good money makers, but are hard to start because they require high fishing levels as well as good fishing gear. And for lava fishing, you also need to be in a fishing party to maximize the profits. Personally, I don't recommend it, but a lot of people do like it, so I will mention in this video. But personally, I would definitely go for mining or farming still, as this is the most optimal way to progress and make coins at this point in the game. Another option is Diana. Whenever Mayor Diana is here and she has her mythological ritual, definitely take advantage of that and go kill some mythological creatures, because getting those Minos relics those dataless sticks, those chimera books is absolutely awesome for money making. But obviously, usually to do it efficiently, you do need a Hyperion, so that's also difficult. But if you've been making consistent coins from mining and farming up to now, you should be able to do it. I do recommend also to be in a party for that, so make sure to find a group of players you can play with to maximize your profits when using these money making methods. When you're in the late game, it's also where you can start thinking about master mode dungeons. And you may be asking me, Vintus, what about normal dungeons? What about floor 7? I want to take a second to talk about floor 7 first, and then I'll talk about the rest. Floor 7 is a really fun floor. It's really cool. It does take some time and skills to learn, but I don't recommend playing floor 7. This might be incredibly controversial, but I believe floor 7 is kind of a waste of time. I know a lot of people love playing floor 7. People have thousands of runs in that floor. But the common advice of telling people, oh, just run floor 7 until you get your handle and then you'll be able to get a Hyperion is so outdated that it's just honestly kind of bad advice. Because even if you were to drop a handle, say you had really good RNG, you were to drop a handle, you still wouldn't be able to get a functional Hyperion because you would require to have the other 3 scrolls to make yourself a Wither Impact Hyperion. So still, even after that, it's still not good, and the money per hour you get from floor 7 is absolutely horrendous, and having to struggle with Party Finder, and also having that terrible, and also not to forget the terrible amount of Cata XP floor 7 gives you. Overall, floor 7 is just not worth it to grind out, and which is why I recommend playing Master Mode. But then that brings me into the question, Vintus, why not normal floors? So you have the same drops, right, as Master Mode? Wrong. First of all, Master Mode gives you a lot of Cata XP. Cata XP is great. It doesn't give any coins though, I'm just saying. Cata XP is great. But you must not forget Master Stars. Master Stars are incredibly good and drop starting from M3. So, if you want to make money, you should start from N3 and up and make coins. And drop Master Stars. But of course, first Master Stars aren't worth that much, roughly 10 to 11 mil each. I don't recommend running M3 for money, but M5 is a great source of Cata XP while also giving you consistent money, with different drops such as Legion, Shadow Assassin chest plates, and of course 3rd Master Stars, that give you a huge amount of profit. M4 is also excellent, though it is much harder to do efficiently, and you usually need a preset party to do well. But M4, if done well, will give you even more money than M5. And as we are about to talk about M7, this is a perfect segue to get into endgame money-making methods. But before we go into endgame money-making methods, I did want to first mention a couple of quote-unquote off-meta money-making methods. These aren't direct money-making methods in the game, but are essentially money-making methods that rely on you making money from others by providing a service. The most obvious one and most well-known one is lowballing. By lowballing, you're essentially buying items directly off of players and then selling them to the auction house yourself, and in exchange, they're selling them to you for a cheaper price, so essentially you can make a margin off of that. Lowballing is a great way to make money, especially if you already have a decent amount of coins, but I don't really recommend it to players who don't have at least like a few 100 million coins in their purse, because it's just not going to be worth it unless you have a decent amount of capital to work with. The other one is carries. Carries is kind of a weird one, but there are so many different parts of Skyblock that are very hard to complete, and more advanced players are able to complete them quite easily. So for example, carrying people in Enderman Slayer, carrying people in certain dungeon floors, carrying people to get fishing XP, carrying people to beat Kudra runs. All these things can make you an absurd amount of money, especially if you can become a verified carrier in a main server such as SBM. And just to give you an idea on how much these carriers make, on SBM, the biggest carrying server, one run of Infernal Kudra is 65 million coins. Yeah, you heard me correctly. 65 million coins for a single 5-minute run. It's absolutely insane. Honestly, maybe, come to think of it, maybe I should start carrying, I don't know. And I'll also take this time to make a shameless plug of my live streams, because if you just want to get carried for free, oftentimes when I'm live streaming, I'll just be carrying my viewers in different floors, floor 7, M3, M5, party even higher, and also doing different Kudra carries. So if you want to come check it out, get a free carry so you don't have to pay 65 million coins for a tier 5 carry. Just come around, have some fun, have a good time. That's about it. Now, going into endgame money making methods, there are only really a handful of things you should be doing in order to make a lot of money. The first one is directly connected to what I was talking before, and that's running M7. Now you may be saying, Vintus, didn't you just say floor 7 sucked? Why would M7 be so much better? Well, first of all, as I've said before, Master Stars and Kata XP are incredible. Obviously it's very hard to do M7, but if you can, those are a great source of money and progression by getting more Kata levels. Additionally, you can also drop the Dark Claymore, which is also a huge drop to get more coins, and other rare drops such as the Necron's Handle also have an increased drop rate. So overall, if you want to progress in the game and you're able to play M7, it's definitely an excellent money making method. Another very powerful endgame money making method is Blaze Slayer. Blaze Slayer contains many high value drops that actually drop relatively often, and is usually just a very good way to make coins. But in my opinion, it's not that viable of a money making method, mainly because by the time you're doing Blaze Slayer consistently and you're able to do it well, you usually don't lack coins anymore, especially considering tier 3 daggers are around 1 billion coins each, because you need 2, and if you're gonna get high tier Crimson with that, as well as all the other stuff you need around Blaze Slayer, you usually don't really lack money anymore. But if you still want more coins, Blaze Slayer is a great money making method. But although these previous 2 money making methods are excellent, both of these are completely irrelevant while facing the king of money making methods, and that is obviously Kudra. Kudra is an absolutely ridiculous money making method. Absolutely bonkers. Obviously it takes a lot of gear, having good Terror armor, good Aurora, good Terminators, Hyperion. You need so much stuff to be able to do it. That's why it's an end game money making method. But infernal tier 5 Kudra runs make you so many coins. It's honestly hard to believe. In my experience of doing Infernal Kudra, do note I've only done roughly 300 to 400 runs at this point. I've been able to usually make anywhere between 100 and 200 million coins an hour consistently. That's not counting any god rolls I get, such as God Roll Crimson being around 300 million coins a piece. So definitely, doing Kudra is absolutely an insane money making method. And if you're able to start doing it, definitely do. And if you can't, I still recommend that you do your daily quests for your faction in the Nether Islands, because those will help you when you actually are ready to do Kudra. Because do note that it takes roughly a month's worth of these quests to have the reputation to do Infernal Kudra runs. And of course, this can't be a money making method video without touching on minions. Minions are a great way to make coins, though usually I would recommend to start off by getting minions to level up your collections. You can then start getting money making minions. Usually the progression for this is pretty straightforward. Start off with snow minions, they make great coins, also give a decent amount of mining XP, which is nice, and are very cheap to get. And you can eventually upgrade to slime minions, which make an amazing amount of coins and have a great return on investment. And of course, if you really want to go all the way, you can then also get infernal minions, which are ridiculously expensive in the billions of coins, but can also make you an absolute fortune. And that's about it for the main money making methods I wanted to talk about today. Obviously, there are so many different money making methods in this game. Do the ones you enjoy. But if you really want to progress at maximum efficiency, which is what this series is all about, then definitely look into the ones I mentioned today. But of course, if none of these match what you really want to do, at the end of the day, we're playing Skyblock because it's a game that we enjoy. At least I hope it's because of that. So if there's something else you want to do that's maybe less efficient, then go for it. Because honestly, if you're doing something that you actually enjoy in the game, you'll be able to do it for longer and more consistently, so you'll probably end up making more coins anyways. And of course guys, as promised at the start of the video, I will be doing a 10 million coins giveaway here on the video, as well as another 10 million coins giveaway over on my Discord server. So if you want to join the wild in this video, all you need to do is to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below your favorite money making method in Hypixel Skyblock. And if you want to join the 10 million coins giveaway in the Discord, all you have to do is join the Discord server, go into the giveaways channel, and enter the giveaway there. But that's about it guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.